Blackstone Audiobooks presents
Ireland by Paul Johnson. Paul Johnson, former editor of The New Statesman, is among Britain's foremost writers on politics and current affairs. His considerable reputation as an historian has been established through such highly acclaimed works as A History of Christianity, A History of the Jews, Modern Times, and Intellectuals. He was educated at Oxford and has written for the London Times, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Washington Post, Time, L'Express, and Die Welt. Chapter 1. Gaelic Ireland and the English Pale. The English presence in Ireland arose from the failure of Irish society to develop the institution of monarchy. The Irish, of course, had kingship, too much of it, indeed. The chief kings were those who held Meath and Leinster, Munster, Connaught and Ulster. But between the 5th and 12th centuries, with a population which never exceeded 500,000, Ireland had about 150 kings at any given date, each ruling over a Twelfth or tribal kingdom. A chanson de geste describing the Anglo-Norman invasion of the 12th century says, "En Ireland event res plosur cum allures erent les contours." In Ireland there were as many kings as counts elsewhere. The 12th century English chronicler William of Newburgh, in his Historia Rerum Anglicanum, says that Ireland at the time of the invasion was like Britain in times of old. By this he meant that the Irish, like the Saxons with their Bretwalda, had the notion of an over-king, which they called a high king. But whereas the Bretwalda was developed by the royal house of Wessex into a national monarchy, which the Norman kings of England inherited, the Irish high kingship at no stage implied monarchy. Even Brian Boru, who destroyed the Norse tyranny of the 9th and 10th centuries and was acknowledged as High King by his peers between 1002 and his death in battle in 1014, never exercised governmental authority over the whole of Ireland. In Ireland the High King reigned, but did not rule. The concept of monarchy required a radical revolution, which, in highly conservative Irish society, could only be brought about by foreign intervention. Such intervention was inspired by the modernizing and reforming spirit of the Church of Rome.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?